It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And Goff going to look to throw right away. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. From the gun, here's Goff. Finding Williams once more, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Goff throwing again. This is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And a good stiff arm there before he's he's brought down on a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down. Not only do they pick up the first, but they got a lot of extra yardage with it.
And I saw a defense that was absolutely out of sync. They didn't expect that play call at all. And it allowed the offense to actually get great blocking angles against them and allowed the back to just rumble and rumble and rumble. And as you said, tacked on big yardage at the end.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
This will be caught at about the 5. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Hurts. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick-6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick-6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now it's gone. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth the salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now Goff. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Out of the gun, Goff. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Goff now looking to throw. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. 8 yards on the touchdown pass, and the Lions have taken the lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing is Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Hurts. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Barkley inside handoff. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And it's caught. Touchdown! Grant Calcaterra from 6 yards away. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another catch for him there, and the numbers starting to stack up a bit. He's closing in already on a 100-yard game. We're still in the first half. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Here's Goff. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gibbs. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Safety Reed Blankenship. He got in there and stopped him for a loss on the play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A give to Barkley out of the gun. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He's got Smith here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly 1st.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jamison Williams
with his second touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes.
Now the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. Put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So a good challenge there. The look pretty conclusive. The feet were in, and it's a completed pass.
Back to throw now on first down.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
After the interception, here's Goff.
And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 40. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And he'll get end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff.
And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it was Jameson Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And Philadelphia's offense ready to go again.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Up the middle with Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this will be caught by Brown. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Hurts.
Over the middle to Smith.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. Goff. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
To the 20.
And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Barkley again.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback to run it accurately.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams
on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Lions add 6 to their lead. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And, Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 135 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Throwing is Hurts.
Got a man. It's Brown.
And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll get the ball down inside the 30.
He'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Hurts.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown.
And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll set up a throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Eagles get a bit closer.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you always want to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all of those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Goff now to throw. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
58 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Jalen Hurts bringing the Eagles out for their next drive.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
Now a 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll look to throw now on first down. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen. Back to throw again. And this one complete to Smith. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Hurts.
He finds his man. Complete. It's Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. This is caught. Touchdown.
Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So that drive 7 plays in length.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here.
He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of...
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw him that.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
From the gun, here's Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Eluding the pressure right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Sorry, Coach. We'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the third quarter.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got the...
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On third down, Barkley. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A handoff to Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
161 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Carlton Davis picks it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there.
They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out.
Barkley hit and the ball pops free.
And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Gibbs straight ahead.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now it's gone. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Gibbs. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
They'll run with Gibbs.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Sam Laporta.
A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Marcus Davenport getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. He's got Smith here, and he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Gone. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
182 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense.
To Barkley on the check down. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Grant Calcaterra.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. That time a 6-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. We get a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Goff. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to... I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Now 2nd and 9.
Here's Goff. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
56 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 211 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. 2nd down and 4.
They'll set up a throw.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. How to approach this? 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
That is caught.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll get this down only to the 18. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Looking for Smith, and once again, he's got it.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They're going to look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles get a bit closer.
And now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
65 yards.
And the Lions have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Well, with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline. Because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second and a couple.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Goes right back to Smith again.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Complete. Smith has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception.
Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if you're back.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
81 yards.
And the Lions start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 18. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Here's Hurts to throw.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And fights through one man. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Escapes the defender. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. scampering home from 19 yards out.
And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet, and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number one, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think he said focal point. But that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it up.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Loose inside the 30.
And down to the 16-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Goff now to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Bates' kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Flush to his right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth, and the Lions will take over. Now it's gone.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And that last touchdown pass not only puts 6 points on the board, it also puts his name into the record books for the most touchdown passes in a single game.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Throwing is Hurts.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll go to Barkley again.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further.
Brian Branch from the secondary in on the tackle. 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw here. And this one complete to Smith. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. 63. They'll look to throw now on first down. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
He's got Smith here. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll look to throw again. Rolling to his right. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Hurts will throw.
They'll roll him out right. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. So despite the huge deficit, They're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Throwing now, Goff. A pass complete downfield. It's Raymond.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because
Hurts fumbles it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.